Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review with Mr. Nathan Ryerson from Private Behind the Bar. His channel is still private.
Last I heard.
But you can sub to it.
Although, as many beer reviews as we've done, it might be back to public by now.
By now. After, I have like 3 weeks worth of reviews to put up. So you could just go on YouTube and put Behind the Bar and it might be back to normal.
Yeah.
Which would be really fun.
This one is kind of a special one for us.
It is.
And I will say this because, A, I was at this release.
You were.
And B, this is the first, besides Good Morning, this is the first Treehouse beer we've done together. Like, that's not that big stout.
Yeah. This is Native One.
Not 2 or 4 or 3.
And Native One. It says it is the introduction to a focused series of wild and mixed fermentation beers from Treehouse. This is. Does it say the ABV on it?
I'm sure it does.
6.3% alcohol by volume. Mixed fermentation ale. It says it's a blend of Brett, lactic acid bacteria, and native microflora.
I love it.
There you go.
Sounds amazing.
So this is Brendan's beer, right? Didn't Brendan do all these?
Yeah.
Shout out to Brendan. You were fucking awesome to me when I went there. So I don't want to be like that person, but
No.
Brendan was really cool. He was like cool to the kids. Like he was cool to my wife. You're amazing. I love everyone at Treehouse. But yeah, so we were there. You were there. So Brofest weekend was June 2nd and 3rd. So you were there.
The first.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was the first. It was the first release they did, right? Mm-hmm. So Native One is gone now, and Native 2 they just released, I think.
Like
so,
last week, I think.
Yeah. So if you want to try this, you're gonna have to try and trade for it. So that's the way it goes. Thanks for so you got this, and then Leo was with you.
Yep.
And Leo got.
Luckily, we just happened to be there when they released this.
Yeah. So
circumstances, whatever.
As per usual with Treehouse beers, Leo, thank you, sir.
Yeah. No shit.
I'm excited for this. I have no idea what I have no expectations for this. I don't know what to think about it.
I don't either. Well, that's the thing. This is like a unique, so you and I are like, if you had to say what's your favorite brewery on earth,
Treehouse.
I'm going to say Treehouse.
It is.
But it's because of hoppy beers, because that's what we do. Plus Good Morning, which is freaking ridiculous.
It's amazing.
And then they let's be honest, they make amazing stouts. Single shot with vanilla right now is one of my favorite beers.
It's ridiculous. I've seen pictures of that bottle of Lucid, and I'm like, I want to try that so much. But then when this dropped, and I got a bottle of this, I was pumped.
Actually, we should be pleasantly pleased that we didn't somehow pop this in our drunken rampage through New Hampshire.
We drank a lot of beer in New Hampshire, but luckily neither one of us opened our bottles of this.
We didn't. So let's.
Yeah, I'm super stoked to check this one out.
This looks. You've said it today as well. In the last couple weeks, as we've been reviewing beers together. Like that Hefeweizen, straw.
The straw yellow, kind of lemonade-y thing.
Yeah, lemonade-y pineapple.
It's got a half a finger bright white head. It's just kind of it's all of almost a film now.
Yeah.
Just kind of just
soapy on the edge.
Chilling out.
But good, good glass lacing.
Yeah, it looks like a standard kind of Saison, farmhouse
reminds me kind of has that Hill Farmstead look to it. Like some of their Arthur.
Yeah, it's glowing in the lights out here. So or in here, it looks awesome. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it.
Oh wow,
it's funky.
That's the definition of horse blanket.
Yep.
Like wet straw.
Yeah.
Sitting in a barn.
I've talked about this before on other Saison reviews that I've done. Before I moved to Sacramento, I lived in the country in Gilroy, South Bay area. Okay. And we had horses, and I used to have to feed horses, and we had pigs that I used to feed. And when it would, when people say wet horse blanket, when it rains and you have 2.5 acres of land and you have animals, it really does smell like that. It does. It has a weird, distinct smell.
Well, it's if you own, let's say you own a dog. If you own dogs, if it's rained outside and your dog gets wet, there's a distinct wet dog smell.
Dude, you know what's funny that you say that? I remember I just remember this so clearly. I was in 5th grade, downpour in the morning waiting for the bus.
Uh-huh.
I remember we were all soaked, got on the bus, and some kid in the back was like, "It smells like wet dog in here."
Yeah.
But it's like that everyone's clothes are wet, like you're just fucking
it's
wet.
Like musky,
It's,
like
yes.
and this has like a really like dank, earthy element to it.
It's super earthy.
But super clean though. Like it's got a tart element to it. Like I feel like this might be slightly tart. It could be pretty balanced, but like it's got like that kind of element. But this is funky.
It's like Saison funk.
I mean, this is a big Brett beer. Like
This reminds me of, so I wasn't into like a lot of saisons, and the first time I ever drank Tank 7, like I smelled that and I was like, whoa, this smells weird. Like this reminds me of the first time I smelled a beer like that.
Yeah. So is a beer that's kind of a blend of their native yeast, lacto, and Brett. This is really Brett forward and a little bit of lacto on the end. So lacto is going to give you that tartness. This is primarily a Brett kind of nose with a little bit of lacto.
Yeah. It's funny, like it reminds me of the first time I ever smelled Tank 7 because it was like so different than any beer I'd ever smelled before. Tank 7 was like the first saison I really remember drinking.
It smells awesome, man.
It smells really, really good.
I can't wait to dive in.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Crunchy, juicy, nose and tasty. Paper glassware. Extra crispy.
Oh, that's clean.
Nice folding. You deserve a raise.
Again, like, I don't know, it's because we've drank 100 beers today, but holy shit, that is one of the easiest drinking beers ever.
So smooth.
That's, like, it's just, like, immediately when you swallow that, it's gone from your palate. Insane.
This reminds me a lot, and it's odd that I would have mentioned a beer, like a Hill Farmstead beer in the nose. This reminds me a lot of Arthur. If you've had that,
I have not had
I
that
think
beer.
I sent you one.
If you did, I have not drank it yet.
But it's like but with that though, it's got like this earthy like dust quality. That's
Earthy is like a great descriptor for this.
Yeah.
It's dirty, but dirty's not in a bad way.
Oh, it's dirty.
It is dirty.
Yeah, it's funky. It's really crisp, like super super crisp. A little tartness, just a smidge.
It's really clean though.
Bright.
Yep.
It's kind of bright. I think bright is a better description for me than tart. It's bright. It's earthy and dusty. It's got a little bit of that horse blanket.
Yeah. This is ridiculously easy drinking. Wow.
What was this? 6 what?
6.3.
This is stupid easy to drink.
Really easy. I almost kind of just wish it was like more kind of in our face just to see what they could do with it.
But this is kind of that Hill Farmstead New England style
just like
saison,
that. Yeah, soft kind of awesome beer.
It's soft. It's kind of creamy. It's got a little bit of creaminess to it. It's but then it's just super clean, like super clean and crisp. And to the point, like. Yeah, this is not a beer that's going to blow you away because it's not over the top in any one area. It's not like super like spongy, like funky. It's not super sour or tart. It just kind of balances and goes through everything.
Totally agree. This is really good. It's so easy drinking. Again, this is this is another beer. Like if someone was trying to get into like that kind of farmhousey, this would be like, hey, drink this, and you'll never get to drink it again.
Like I get both sides of the coin. Like there's part of me that says like the value on this has kind of gone down because people have drank it and be like, oh my god, it's not amazing. But I'm like, it's because it doesn't like punch you in the face with anything.
Right.
But
And people are so used to like Treehouse hoppy beers like blowing them away.
But like the nose is incredible. It's very aromatic.
I love this beer.
This is like front to back. This beer is solid.
Yeah, and it's got like that lemony kind of nose,
and even a little bit of like that creamy vanilla thing.
Yeah. This is such an easy drinker.
God, this is exactly what we can drink now.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. This is delicious. I'm trying to think of like what to grade this.
How do you? Here's the thing. Like this is my like Nate and everybody there. They're just like it's Yeah, so we make amazing hoppy beers, but then like,
And we make amazing stouts.
like double shot, ridiculous. One of the best coffee stouts that exists.
Single shot.
Single shot with vanilla is maybe my favorite everyday stout ever created.
Good morning.
Is
Stupid.
I mean, it's the number one beer on Beer Advocate still, I think.
Like when you think of like their portfolio of beers, it's dumb. It's fucking
I mean,
insane.
what haven't they done?
And now they're like, we're gonna get into the mixed fermentation game.
What haven't they
Like,
done?
oh, look at this. Like, check out what we're doing over here.
Like our first wide release, they did Lucid, which was back when they were like a 1-barrel shop. Now they're gonna do this, and it's
They
like,
just released Native 2.
yeah, they did 4 for the
And I think Native
anniversary.
3, yeah,
And they've done, or maybe 3 was.
I think 3. I think they had 1, 2, and 3 at their anniversary.
Yeah, this is stupid.
Thanks, guys. Dennis.
That's really, really good.
I think that the
It's delicious.
If you want a beer that's just stupid refreshing and like insanely easy to drink, but like so flavorful and awesome, this is it.
This is it. It's not overly funky. It's not overly sour.
But it does it all though.
Yeah, it gives you all those elements without being like way over the
Yeah,
top.
it's like it's not overly this, it's not overly that, but it is funky. It is sour.
It has all those. It has all of that in it, but it's not like crazy over the top. So
It doesn't. And here's like critique I'll give a lot of these beers that they do these styles. They'll be watery.
Right.
This is not.
No.
From front to back, this is flavorful.
if you're standing in line at Treehouse for hoppy beers and like you see the thing and Native 1, 2, or 3 is on there, just buy a bottle of this.
That's funny you say that. So when Leo and I were in line for this beer and it popped up, there was a kid behind us, like 20. He looked 21, but I'm sure he's like 29.
Yeah.
And he had his mother with him, and he was obviously there to get maximum
Very
allocation
hazy.
for just for hoppy beers.
Yeah.
And like they came back to him and he was just like, well, I'm not going to get that beer. And I was like, can I have it? He's like, no, I'm just not going to buy it. I'm like, can I give you cash?
Right.
He's just like, no, I just want their hops. And like, he didn't buy it. And
He
like,
should've.
now I'm just like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he should have bought this beer. What are you gonna grade this? As like a mixed. So what is this? Like, is this a saison? It's not a sour.
No, it would be. It's got lacto in it. So it's, I mean, this is probably more of a, it's not a saison. It's not. Because it's got Brett. It's just going to be a,
But it's not crazy sour.
No, it's
so
not.
easy drinking.
it's probably just I don't know how
Is
they,
it American Wild Ale?
No, I don't know how they do the fermentation, so I don't know for sure. This is just going to be like that Hill Farmstead kind of style. It's just like it might be classified as a saison. I really don't know.
Yeah.
The problem is when it comes to these style of beers, and I'm sorry, I know there's like 2 people I can think of specifically that are going to comment on this and be like, you fuckers are idiots. But
That's
you know,
fine. I don't care if anyone calls me an idiot.
No, I know. But it's just, it could be classified as a wild ale. I don't know what their native yeast strain is, so I'm assuming it's not a wild ale. But
I don't want to put this in a wild ale thing because it's not like
It's-
overly sour.
well, and it's not. This is
And so many American
I
wild
think
ales are
technically-
super
I
sour.
think technically, it's because of the lacto, probably a wild ale or a sour,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. I mean, it's like if you've ever had. I'm trying. Like Arthur is a great example of Dorothy. If you've ever had that beer.
I have a bottle of that now.
Or something like that. Like this is very comparable to those like Hill Farmstead beers. This is killer. Grade wise, it's tough. I'm probably thinking like 96, 97.
I was gonna say 97.
Yeah. I mean, it's right there. The thing is, like, this beer does nothing wrong.
No. If
Nothing.
like I kind of wish it was a little more lemony kind of tart, but that's just like personal preference.
Yeah.
This is killer. It's like it's summertime right now. It's 100 degrees in a lot like most parts of the country. Like if you had this on a hot day, you would just fucking smash on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just insanely well made.
Amazing.
It's not. The thing is like everything I want this beer to be, it's not supposed to be.
Right.
So like we've drank Broken Truck today. This beer's not designed to be that.
Right.
That's not what it's supposed to be. It's
We drank Ned last night, which was super sour.
Yeah, it's this is not supposed to be those
No.
beers. This is exactly what Nate and company and all those Brandon, everybody wanted it to
Yeah.
be.
You guys killed it.
Yeah.
This is good. Yeah. I'm 97 for me. It's world class. It's A+. It's awesome.
I don't get like anybody that wants to talk shit on this beer, you just like you're expecting something this isn't supposed to be.
No, this is fantastic.
Super amazing flavor. It's super balanced. again, I can't think of a negative. The only negative to say is that you want it to be something that it's kind of not.
Right. Like I like it's just me going, I wish it was a little more tart. I wish it was a little more sour. I wish maybe it was a little more like just like cranked up a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's not what they want it to be.
What it is.
And it's amazing. It's an A+ beer for me. So
Yeah, this is awesome.
97 for me.
Yeah, I'm right there.
97.
I'm right 96, 97, like
Yeah.
right in that range.
It's amazing
awesome.
stuff. So if you guys have had Native One, leave a comment below.
Good for
Let
you.
us know what you think. Yeah, good for you if you had that. So we have more beers to drink, I think.
Can I like just for 2 seconds? Like, I'm glad we shared this beer. Like,
Me too.
it seems fitting to me
Yeah.
that we drank this together, and it's been so far so good. Like a great weekend of beer reviews.
Because we were both there that weekend and this like happened.
Yeah.
So.
Just it
amazing.
seems fitting that our favorite brewery we do this.
Hashtag Beer Bros. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, we are out of here. We will see you soon. Till next time.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who